Alright, so what's going on? Today we are going to the junkyard because I need an E36 steering rack because, for one, the E-racks, the E30 racks suck. It takes like 4 turns to get lock to lock, and the E36 takes like 3.7, or not 3.7, it's like 2.7 turns or something like that. The Z3 racks are the best. Won't be able to get a Z3 rack. It doesn't look like my local junkyard has it, so we're gonna get the standard, like an E36, like something out of a 325 or something like that. So it should be good. This is really the only thing stopping me from putting the engine back in, because I need to modify my firewall to get my new rack to fit, and I'd rather do that with the engine outside of the car than inside the car. So that's what we're doing today, and I'll pick back up at the junkyard. So. Alright, so I know I said I would take y'all into the junkyard with me, but my local junkyard's really anal about cameras and shit, and I don't really know why. Anyway, I got what I came for. I got my E36 quicker steering rack, so that's a plus. Found one that didn't leak. That was a huge plus. Like, I was originally just going to run it without a power steering pump if I couldn't find one that didn't leak, but this one doesn't leak, so awesome. Also checking my GPS because I don't know where I'm going. Okay. Also, picked up a couple. I left the tie rods on there. Paid for the tie rods. I'm not really sure what I want to do with them. I kind of bought them just because I wanted to get the car on the ground. I'm not going to keep those tie rods in there. You know, never reuse tie rods. It's kind of a general rule of thumb. So I'm not going to reuse them. I'm just probably going to use them to get the car on the ground, see if it drives or not. So we're going to do that. What else? Today I'm going to try to get the center, what's it called? It's not called the Eiler pulley. What's it called? It's in the transmission. It goes, I'm totally blanking on the name of it. I'm going to put it somewhere down here, what it is, because I can't think of it right now. But I'm going to replace that. So yeah, we got that to look forward to, and maybe clean up the rack that I just got, so yeah. Ta-da! Ta-da! So, here it is. Alright. So, like I said, I pulled this off of a 318. It was like a 96. So, this is going to replace that piece of junk. I also went to Walmart, got some bread. Hopefully, this trick works. Alright, so this is what I was trying to replace, this little bearing right here. This is the old block. I'm going to practice on the old block, see if it comes out the way I want it to, and if it does, then I won't bother getting a puller. But basically, I'm going to use bread to get that out. So we'll see how that goes. Oh, there we go. Got it. After, that's about 3.5 slices, I guess, or 2.5, I think, something like that. It came out. Who'd have thunk it? Huh? I mean, the bearing's totally bad, mainly because I just jammed it full of bread. Because it was spinning a little bit before that. And then, just to kind of clean out your area. It doesn't come out in one nice chunk. It's kind of aggravating. It does if you kind of just, yeah. Seems to clean up fairly easily. Yeah. Well, there you go. Bread trick works. I was a little skeptical, not gonna lie, but I mean, it makes sense if you're effectively pushing from behind when you're doing that, so it makes sense. Yeah. Now, I do know on some engines, right here, let me show you. Right in there, it's not sealed off. It's kind of it's open, or it's got holes in there or something. So if you're shoving bread into there, you're gonna shove bread into your crankcase. So probably don't want to do that, but just check to make sure it's sealed first, and then yeah, go for it. All I used at the end there, I used a 9mm socket. It seemed to have a little better grip on it than just the square tip. So that's what I did. All right, good. Now that I know that it works, I guess I'll do it on the good engine. So here's my new M42. Got it just chilling right here for now. It's pretty clean, considering. It's a pretty nice looking one. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna get the bearing out here. Same method. This one actually doesn't feel too bad, to be honest, but I have a clutch kit, and it came with a bearing, so I may as well replace it as long as I'm down here. So go ahead and knock that out real quick. Alright, so we fixed that. Now, hadn't had a whole lot else planned for today besides, I did think about doing the flywheel and clutch, but I don't feel like doing that today, so probably just going to clean this up, make it look pretty, and that's probably going to be about it. So this is the stock E30 steering rack. I'm going to take these two high pressure and low pressure power steering lines off, and yeah, hopefully we can reuse those. I'm pretty sure we can. Yeah. The reason I got rid of this rack was because it is totally trashed. It has a really cool VIN plate there. I might try to get that off. It's like red. You can see that. It's pretty cool. I like that. Yeah, I'm gonna probably take that off and put it on my wall or something, put it on a key ring. Let's go ahead and try to get these banjo bolts off.
you can see, fits in nicely. Of course, I need to get the spacers there. Luckily, my car had airbags, so I don't have to do any modification to the steering knuckle. This is hold on, the brightness is too high. I need a new camera. Hold on. So this is where the Guiba would have been, where these little brass collar, shaft collars are. So basically what I did was I took it out, put a couple of 10, I think they're 10 mil bolts through there. Put a lock nut on there, put a couple of spacers in there. There's a form poster on this, I didn't come up with it. So it slides in like that, over that, and then it lines up with that. But I need to move this out. It needs to come more to the left, otherwise it's not going to line up. So, because this is a little more further to the right, or sorry, to the left than the stock steering rack. But it bolts in perfectly. Like I said, I need to get the spacers. But yeah, that's probably gonna be about it for today. I'll come back tomorrow. Let's see, what's tomorrow? Thursday? It's Wednesday, right? Yeah, today's. I'm losing track of my days. Yeah, tomorrow's Thursday. Okay, so Thursday, I can probably come back. Yeah, I can probably come back. Tap in the new bolt, or sorry, not the new bolt, the new I'm blanking. The new bearing. Put on the pressure, the clutch, then the pressure plate, and all that fun stuff. Yeah, that's about it. Sorry I couldn't do the junkyard, but you know, it was literally an hour and a half of me. Actually, it was more like 2 hours of me struggling because I forgot a 13 mil bolt, and I needed a 13 mil to get the. I'm sorry, I'm just totally blanking. To get the this piece off with the stock. I didn't have one, and made life very difficult, so I ended up getting it off with a pair of pliers and some vice grips, so that was fun. Anyway, so hope you all enjoyed. If you did, make sure to subscribe, leave a like, do whatever you do. If you didn't, fine, I'm not offended, I don't care. Alright, later.